Good evening, and welcome to another edition of Kim's Corner. I'm Kim Brown, your host, and today I have with me pastor, friend, producer of Kim's Corner, Rick Green.
Bless you, dear. How are you?
I'm good.
Mwah.
Now, we've been trying to do this for a long time. This is my producer. He's the one where you hear the gadgets going off in the back while we're taping. Or the last show, he was the one throwing out the questions. We were having a conversation, but I was on camera and he wasn't on
We're just having fun.
So, I've been trying to get Rick to sit down with me. I've been knowing Rick for a long time. We even went to high school together. Art Tie, yes, Art Tie.
That's right. Jaguars.
Oh, I heard they're not the Jaguars.
They're not the Jaguars anymore?
I don't think so.
Really?
I don't know.
Everything must change.
No, sometimes things should stay the same.
Sometimes.
But anyway, you serve as a assistant pastor of Charity Baptist Church in Newark, and you're the founder of Newark Metro Christian
Ministries, the church in Newark.
Yep. And you have a talk show which comes on Sundays at 2 o'clock, right?
Something changed. Sundays at 9 o'clock from 9 to 10. Also
in the evening?
Also Thursday midnight and Saturday midnight.
Oh, so you didn't beat me up. Now you used to come on twice a week. I couldn't have. Well, I'm on 18 now, but.
And you should know that because you're watching.
Exactly. Exactly. So he's on Channel 19. So
right.
You have to watch Rick because he's an excellent interviewer. He really is. He also has a radio program, which I'm supposed to be on the radio too. I haven't started my radio show yet, Mr. Producer. Where's my radio show?
And I have a passion for that. We're going to get to it. In fact, we're going to do some things coming up later on in the year to put Kim's Corner on the radio. And it's going to be heard internationally.
Yeah. From the internet. I'm already international. No. And I'm rested this week, and it was funny. We taped last week. Both of us were tired. It was hysterical in here.
It was. It really was. Something in the weather, maybe.
Yeah, and that was really the beginning of the week.
It was.
We still had the rest of the week to go, but I was dead tired.
Me too.
You know.
And most people that I talked to were drained. So it's a change of the weather.
And I think
change of the season. But thank God we made it through the storm, the snow, the blizzard.
Oh, I love the snow.
I do too, but not driving in it.
You're driving distance now. But you had a little further to go than I had to
Well, one thing I wanted to mention about the radio show, I have a passion for that. It's called Relationships with Pastor Rick, and I talk with people about their marital situations, give advice about how to find the right partner. So that's heard in about 26 countries throughout the world. We have close to about 9,000 or 10,000 regular listeners, so we're doing real well with that.
Because you do a publication too, Transformation Newark, which is an email publication.
It's email. It's Transformation Newark Magazine. That's actually transformationmagazine.net. But we're looking to go into print starting in July.
And it's good because I read it. He sends it to me, and this is part of your relationship thing we got going on.
That's the book that's coming out.
5 secrets that will make your relationship great. And it's great because I'm going to have a matchmaker on my show soon too. We should all three of us should
get together and talk.
Yeah, she's a matchmaker. Ivory is her name. I can't think of her last name right now. And we're going to have her coming up real soon. So 5 secrets that make... I really want to talk about relationships because relationships are always a good topic.
Absolutely.
You know, how come they just don't work? What's wrong with relationships?
The short answer is because we're focused on ourselves and not on the other
selfish.
person. That's right. That's right.
Because people are selfish. Set in their ways, and they're selfish.
Absolutely. And you know, I'm a pastor, so from a biblical perspective, we believe that God gives an example of relationships. He's Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. And the Father isn't jealous of the Son, and the Son isn't jealous of the Father, and the Spirit isn't jealous of either one. Each one points to the other. So that is a model for relationships right there. I esteem you first, you esteem me first. In fact, we see that in the beginning of relationships. You see a couple that says, well, where do you want to go? I don't know. Where do you want to go? Wherever you want to go. Wherever you want to go. And we do that in the beginning, but after, and things are smooth.
Where you want? I don't want to go there. We went there. I don't want to go there.
That's right.
Now you want to
right.
do it, you know, and
Exactly.
it starts to fall apart.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it
And
is.
somebody asked me where I want to go. Well, you know I'm a little crazy.
You want to go to Italy.
Somebody
you want to
asked
go
me,
to Paris.
yeah, somebody
you want
asked
to go
me
to
recently,
Europe.
I want to take you to dinner where you are. I said, what I really like to do is we get on a plane, go to plane, have a dinner in Paris would be nice. Don't ask me. Is that why my relationship is so falling apart? Is that why?
One of the things
No.
I believe is you have to be in
That's
the
a joke.
place where you're supposed to be, and you're going to find the person
This
who's right
timing
for
is
you.
everything.
It's time, exactly.
And I believe that there's somebody for everybody. And
That's
I don't know
true.
whether you necessarily find them, or they find you, but I do believe that it's somebody for everybody. I think patience is the key too.
Here's
and
a
people
thought.
aren't patient.
Here's a thought about that, and I tend to agree with that. But what if somebody, by mistake, has your person?
But it's got to be more than one person.
That's
for you.
what I was getting at. Exactly.
Because if somebody has your person, then it's not your person.
Not necessarily,
Well, yeah.
because we go through relationships and find out that was not the right person for me. But that same person moves on and in a relationship with another person, they're thriving, they're growing, and they have a happy marriage and everything is smooth. So along the way, we run into different people who may not be the right person for us. And so if someone has the one person that's right for you, then you're out of luck. So
Unless that person is suddenly sad. But then
I tend to believe, as you were saying before, that there's probably more than one
sure it is,
person.
because it's like
that
a
you
billion
could-
people or more on the planet. It's like a zillion trillion people. They might not necessarily be in your town.
Exactly. That's
Or
why.
your state.
That's why you
Or
have this.
your country.
Hold it. That's why you have this yearning to go abroad.
Is that where he is now?
Perhaps he is.
Is that the third one's a charm, baby? Third one's a charm.
That's interesting. You said that. Yeah.
Third one's a charm. Because some people say, well, they've been married and they wouldn't do it again or whatever. But that's just because you were with the wrong person, and everybody's not the same.
Exactly.
You have to give everybody a chance. And another problem is, I think,
Be
people
careful
carry
about
that-
everybody a chance.
Yeah. And people tend to carry baggage from old relationships.
Oh, definitely.
And I think that's another problem too, because that person is not the person that did something to you.
Let me make a point about that, and this may sound a little sexist, but there's truth in it. I was talking to some men, and I'm 53, and you know we're starting to get a little bit older, and I was telling the guys, it's like, guys, I'm telling you, every woman you're going to run into at this point in your life, they're kind of damaged. They've been kind of beat up.
And men too.
And the reason why...
we say that about men also.
Okay.
Depending upon what kind of relationships they have with their mother.
Right.
You know, sometimes they bring that, because sometimes I think they look at me, I am not your mother.
Some are. But the point I wanted to make, and I go further to tell them, and it's your fault because you've lied to them, you've cheated on them, you've abused them, you've hurt them, you've attacked them, you've accused them. Because what happens is when something goes wrong, men look outwardly and say, who did it? What women tend to do is they look inwardly and say, did I do something wrong? Did I mess this up? And so men attack, and it causes hurt and it causes pain. And so then when they're a little bit older and calm down a little bit, they come to realize what's wrong with these women. What's wrong with them is that many of them have been hurt, abused, molested, lied on, cheated on, and it's going to take time to get through that, to start trusting again.
It's a healing process.
That's right.
And then you have to want to heal too.
That's right. And
Or know how to heal. Or
exactly.
Know how to heal or get some help healing.
That's right. That's right. And so it just takes time. And men aren't known for having a lot of patience.
No, they just seem to just don't care about it.
What's the old saying? Men are like light bulbs, and women are like irons. It takes a minute for women to warm up.
Yeah.
And it comes with building trust and creating an atmosphere of comfort. In the book, I talk about one of the needs of a woman, one of those 5 secrets. I'm not going to give them all away, but one of those secrets is affection. And when men think about affection, they think about grabbing, hugging, touching, kissing. But affection is actually creating an atmosphere of comfort, of safety, of feeling loved and cared for.
Yeah, you know what, it's funny, because I was out having dinner the other day, and there was a couple sitting next to me. And she had taken a sip, I don't know what she was drinking, but she took a sip of her drink. And some of it had spilled over. I guess the glass was a little full. And he took a napkin, and he took her glass, and he wiped the side of her glass off for her.
There's an alarm going on.
I told you, this is the one with the gadgets. This is the one with the gadgets. And he took her glass, and he wiped it off. But that means we have to go to a commercial break right now, doesn't it?
Actually, no. We didn't set the timer properly, so we'll just keep on going.
Okay, we'll just keep talking. We'll keep talking. And he took her glass, and he wiped the side of her glass. And I was like, wow, he made sure that it was all cleaned up. I was like, wow.
He cared.
That's so sweet.
He cared. He cared.
That was so nice.
You were about to say, who does that?
Who does that?
People who care.
He does.
People who care.
He
gets it. He loves her. It's not just enough to love a person. You have to put them first. Or the evidence of the fact that you truly love them is that you care about the details, about the little things in their life.
Anyway, on that note, we're going to take a break here, a word from our sponsors, and stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hey, better watch Kim Cloner. Don't you touch that down.
And welcome back. And I'm here with Pastor Rick Green, talk show host, producer, radio show host and producer, Transformation North magazine producer, soon to be a published author, 5 secrets that will make your relationship great. Men should do certain things. Like, I think men, they should mop the floors and they should take out the garbage.
How stereotypical.
Because that's their job. Mop the floors is hard work. And they should mop the floors and they should take out the garbage. And they should pay the rent. And and
oh boy.
Maybe y'all can split the food bill, and they should pay the utilities too if you got utilities.
Well,
no,
I'm kind of old-fashioned, and I believe that men should pay for everything.
Thank you.
Okay. With that being said, where the man is not able to pay for it, then the woman should be there to help. And I believe
because it's a partnership.
Exactly.
And it should be a partnership.
Exactly.
And nobody should be keeping tabs. Like, well,
Exactly.
I gave you $50 last week.
You're
and
absolutely
nobody
right.
should be keeping tabs because it's it's one.
Because that's evidence that you're not all in. I've counseled maybe over the last 15 years, probably close to 250 couples. And it amazes me that they will have separate bank accounts and sort of separate lives and take separate vacations. And it's okay if you are both in agreement to doing that. Whatever it is you're going to do, because you both have to find your rhythm. You have to find your rhythm, what works for you in your home. You have to find your rhythm sexually. If you want to make love 5 times a week and she only wants to make love 1 time a week, or vice versa, you've got to find a happy rhythm that works for the two of you. With respect to money, you have to be comfortable. But stashing away stuff, hiding stuff from each other.
It's not hiding. It's just having that account when he might be a little short, and you was like, well, here, I've been putting this away.
And that's fine. But to have it as a secret whereby your partner doesn't know about it, that I'm telling you, what that is indicative of is a lack of total trust. And I don't want to be in a relationship with anyone that I can't trust 100%.
Secret
exactly. And if you can't trust them,
stash the cash, lady. Stash the cash. You're gonna need it. You better stash it.
If you, it's okay to have an account separately in your name. But if you feel as though it has to be hidden from him, and you can't come to an agreement as to how you want to use it and how it's going to be used, then that's...
Well, it should be just her money.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just simply saying, as long as the two of you come to an agreement to that. But if you feel as though you have to hide something from your partner, then the core foundation of your relationship is broken. And it's going to be difficult. Exactly. Exactly. I want to talk about shopping a little bit, though.
Okay.
It's interesting because men hate to shop. And it's interesting. I happen to like to shop.
I know a few men that like to shop.
Which served me well when I was dating.
Yeah, I know a few men who like to shop. And those are fun guys to be with.
Exactly. Exactly. And I look back to when I was 5 and 6 and 7. My grandma used to take me shopping every Saturday. And I thought it was great because
that's the problem.
What?
My grandmother used to take me shopping. That's the problem. I've never grown up out of that problem.
I don't think I have either. Problem. The interesting thing about that is I enjoyed it because we go eat. I get a toy here. I get a shirt here. I get some pants at this place. I get something from my room, a radio. So I was getting stuff, and men hate shopping.
Well, they don't have to shop. All they have to do is give you their credit card and let you go shopping and give you the cash. They don't have to go because I really don't want them tagging along anyway. Saying, why are you buying that? How much that cost? Don't even worry about it because I have all the price tags cut off before I come home.
I was talking to another guy about shopping who really hates to shop, and he said it was a terrible experience for him. He would sit there and they would say, just sit there, be quiet, wait till we're done, and he had to sit there in misery while they're trying
but it wasn't fun for him.
It was a bad experience.
So it was a bad experience for him.
It's a bad experience for him.
It's funny because I really don't like malls. I like to go into the city, and sometimes I go to my favorite place, Short Hills Mall. My favorite mall, yes it is.
Which Short Hills was just named the richest city in the country. Well, I just read it just the other day.
They have a Harry Winston Jewelers there, so that's where my next engagement will be coming from. Anyway, I used to go to Short Hills Mall, and it's funny because I see, I don't want to say the group, but the men, they sit there and they hold the pocketbooks, and the women shop all the time. I was like, where can I find me one of those? I want one of those, man. They just sit there. And you might see them with their wife's pocketbook, and they sit and sit.
But I'll tell you something.
They hold it, and their wives just shop.
You would enjoy it even better if you had a partner that went with you and enjoyed spending time with you and letting you shop.
I mean, that
instead
would be
of pouting throughout the whole process.
Yeah, that would be
and looking at their watch the whole time.
Yeah.
Same thing with men. One of the secrets I talk about in the book for men. They have a great need for recreational companionship. Men, as people know, like sports, like activities, and they maybe want to go to a game or something like this. But I'll tell you, a guy would much rather go to a game, let's say, with his girl.
You think?
Absolutely. If she was into it, if she enjoyed it, if she embraced it. The same way with the shopping. With the guy, you don't want to go shopping with someone who's looking at the watch. How much longer are you going to be? You know, and being impatient. But if he said, well, what do you think about this? If he was active and involved in it, you'd enjoy it even more because you're spending time with a person that you love doing something that you love.
And I love to shop and eat. Eat and shop. I love to eat.
Yeah. One of the things that tears relationships apart is these things that we love to do, our desires, the things that build us up, the things that give us joy. Ideally, we should be doing those things with our partner. When we get to the point where we can't do some of the things that we love the most with the person that we care about the most, what happens is we tend to gravitate to the people who tend to pour into us and to share with us the things we like to do. And actually, that's one of the things that leads to affairs and cheating. It really does.
So you need to be involved, totally
Absolutely.
involved
Absolutely.
with your partner.
And one of the things as well, you want to have in your relationship a policy of mutual agreement. You know, if you want to do this and they want to do that, well, find something that you both like to do with enthusiasm, enthusiastic agreement. For you, the right guy would be someone who would love to go shopping with you.
Or not.
Yeah, or not. You're content to do it by yourself.
It doesn't matter. Or not. It'd be nice to be they say I spend too much money sometimes. I think that, I like nice things.
Well, money is just a tool, you know, and
it's a tool that I'm lacking right now.
One of the things that money is only good for spending, and
Well,
spending it. What better is to spend it on the people that you love and care about the most? You know, on my website, PastorRickGreen.com, there's probably about 30 articles there that goes through the whole range of finances, of cheating, of what to do if you find yourself attracted to someone else, how to find the proper mate, what are some of the things to look for. So we address some of those things, and we're looking forward to having some
What's
more.
that, PastorRickGreen.com?
PastorRickGreen.com. That's it.
So you can get some information there.
Absolutely. And it's expanding day by day.
Yeah, because I'm sure relationships are just big, and it seems like in this part of the universe where we live in,
This part of the universe.
yeah, this part of the universe where we are, it's just people are having a hard time. I was talking to a woman the other day, and she was like, "I'm just so tired of being by myself and just struggling and just being by myself and anybody."
We were not created to be alone.
And we weren't.
We can endure it, and there is a small percentage of us who are comfortable that way, but for the most part, most people.
Yeah, because I know people, and I know I like to be by myself, but I like to be in a relationship.
Right.
I like to be with someone.
Everyone wants to be
and
loved,
I think
appreciated,
you do need
cared
your
about.
space.
Right, but also
Everybody
have
needs
their
to
space
have
in the process.
your space, but I think everybody needs a good, healthy relationship. Some people are in bad relationships.
That's right. And one of the things
we was seeing something. It was something on the television before, and it was just a bad relationship. And if I was that host, I would say, "Girl, get the hell out and get out now. Put on the running boots and start running. Get out of there." But sometimes people tend to stay and for the sake of the children or whatever. Sometimes that's not good because they can feel when there's tensions going on.
That's right.
So it's a lot of things. That's why I said don't have no babies. No babies. Don't have no babies.
That's true. That's true. I was telling my kids that. You know what? As your producer, I have to tell you, we're out of time.
Are we?
Yeah.
See? Okay, see? See, he's in front of the camera. So, the book is?
I forget. 5 steps to having a great relationship. 5 secrets.
And you come on now 1,000 days a week now.
Sundays, 9 p.m., Thursdays, midnight, and Saturdays, midnight.
And your website again is?
PastorRickGreen.com.
Okay, so you can go in there and get some more information. Hopefully,
about relationships.
Your relationships. We'll have some. Hopefully, we'll get this matchmaker on. That should be interesting.
That should be good. One other thing: the magazine, TransformationMagazine.net. TransformationMagazine.net is a place where you can go and find quick tips to implement right away to change your life, and I think that's going to help a lot of people.
Mr. Producer, thank you so much for sitting in the chair with Kim today.
Amen. Thank you for having me.
Oh, all the time. You're welcome on my show anytime. But I'd like to thank everybody for watching Kim's Corner. Keep the peace.
it.